Hi, I'm Zach Parnes, and this is everything that you need to know about this Thursday's NBA Draft in 6 minutes. This year's NBA Draft is scheduled for June 22nd, and the teams holding the top 10 picks include the 76ers, the Lakers, the Celtics, the Suns, and the Kings in the 1-5 spot. On Saturday, a blockbuster trade deal went down between Philadelphia and Boston, which is now having those two teams swap their picks at the 1 and 3 spot and have the Celtics receive an additional first-round pick from Philadelphia. Now, those first 5 teams are all looking for that one essential piece to get them closer to a championship. Let's take a look at what each team may be looking for. With Philly now in the first selection spot, it seems like they have their eyes set on point guard Markelle Fultz. And that is exactly what Philly is looking for. Now, they built a very talented young core between Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid, but they now need someone to work the backcourt. Hopefully, Markelle becomes the fit for them that they're looking for, and I fully expect him to go first overall to Philly. LA is looking for small ball. There's no way around it. They're trying to build around their young core that features Brandon Ingram and Julius Randle, among others. They're thinking guards, and I fully expect LA to take one at 2. Danny Ainge has done it again. Another big-time deal for the Celtics, which has them picking at the 3 spot instead of the number 1 spot. Now, the Celtics have built a great core around Isaiah Thomas and Al Horford, but they're going to need to expand upon it, especially with someone to commandeer their second unit off the bench. I'm looking at the Celtics to take a guard or maybe small forward Josh Jackson at this pick. It's going to be interesting to see what Boston does. The Suns were arguably the worst defensive team in the league last year, and they need to build upon that weakness. They need someone who can get out there and efficiently stop the ball around the perimeter. They're also looking for someone to add to their perimeter shooting as well. They're looking at the small forward position with the 4th pick. The Kings were the worst rebounding team in basketball last year, so they need someone to capitalize on that weakness for them. They picked twice within the top 10, which should give them plenty of opportunities to fill the holes in their roster. There's been a lot of debate about who the top 5 prospects are, but most scouts agree that Markelle Fultz, Lonzo Ball, De'Aaron Fox, Josh Jackson, and Jason Tatum are the 5 best players available in the draft. Markelle Fultz is easily the best scoring guard prospect in the draft since Kyrie Irving. He's lanky, creative, and can drive the rim efficiently, while still shooting well from downtown. In his year at Washington, Fultz shot 42% from 3 and posted 23.5 points per game. There are questions about Fultz's defensive ability, and at times he can be a careless passer, but he is undoubtedly the go-to guy for the 76ers at the number 1 pick. Lonzo Ball is a floor general. There is no doubt that he might be the smartest player in the draft class. He's fantastic in transition, with his passing ability rivaling that of some of the top guards in the league. He sees plays before they develop and can use his size to out-rebound and get an extra step past tinier guards. That being said, Ball is a pretty poor shooter from the mid-range and often relies far too often on his step-back jumper. Now, despite what his father LeVar says, Ball is still a very raw player who will definitely need time to bulk up and develop. De'Aaron Fox is the quickster in the draft. His athletic ability allows him to fight through screens and also fly by defenders with ease. His ball handling skills are next level, and he gets very creative when setting up offensive opportunities. Fox also has a fantastic ability to stop and pop. Now, despite the promising attributes, Fox is very undersized at 175 pounds and can frequently turn the ball over in the corners. Josh Jackson is the two-way player in this year's NBA draft. He's a freak athlete and knows how to dominate when driving to the lane. He adjusts quickly, making sure to consider all possible options when he's in control of the ball. Defensively, he uses his size and quick feet to stay with any defender at any position, be they a guard, forward, or even the big men down low. Jackson really needs to only improve his shooting percentage, especially shooting the ball from downtown. He shot 28% from deep last year and a horrible 54% from the foul line. Duke's Jason Tatum has the ability to be a high-quality scorer on the pro level. He can pull up from pretty much any spot on the floor and has a quick release that is essential in the pros. He takes smart shots and is also an expert at drawing fouls in order to earn some free throws. Tatum is a safe pick for any NBA team because he really doesn't show any real lapse in his game at all. He is a little bit stubborn, however, and there are some concerns about his leadership down the line. Now, those 5 may be the players that are on every scout's mind, but here are a few more players who are turning heads for other NBA teams. Florida State's Jonathan Isaac is a freak athlete with amazing finesse when creating offensive opportunities. Some scouts believe that in the right situation, Isaac could be the best player in the draft class. He is a huge wild card for NBA teams, with big potential to boom or bust. Kentucky's Malik Monk is an adept scorer who has the potential to be one of the best shooters in the rookie class. He shot 50% from the field last year and is great at developing plays off of the ball. Monk isn't the best defensive player and will need to work on his one-on-one play in order to improve. And finally, France's Frank Ntilikina is one of the only foreigners projected to go in the first round of the draft. He's a smart, athletic point guard who has made a name for himself playing for Strasbourg. However, his shooting ability needs to improve, especially from beyond the arc and at the charity stripe. That's the need to know. Tune into the draft on Thursday to see where the next generation of NBA talent is headed. For The Bounce, I'm Zach Parnes.